Nightshade, you just.
What's up, everybody? And this is your host, Retrorogue, and you're here with us on my vlog, Retrorogue420. I'm here with my homie Luke, and we're going to be talking about our new podcast that we're going to be starting up. It's going to be airing on Wednesday. That is, what's that, April 30th? Wednesday, April 30th. And take a listen. It's just going to be me and him talking about TV shows, our favorite movies coming out, comics, and all things pop culture related, and just generally shooting the shit. You know what I'm saying? Just talking about whatever comes to mind, and we'll try to do little vlogs like this to let you know about each show coming up. Try to do it at least once a week, if possible. If not, maybe twice a month. And just gonna keep everybody caught up. So it's gonna be awesome, man. It's gonna be really cool. I thought on this vlog though that we would talk about the Transformers 4. Thank you, Transformers 4. We're gonna talk about Transformers 4, and we was talking about it earlier before we started recording. There's a lot of stuff we could have just been recording, man. It was ridiculous. Yeah. But I'm apprehensive about. I'm kind of just apprehensive about this movie. I want to see it. I want to be excited about it. I really do, because the first few Michael Bay Transformers movies were awesome. I thought the third one, but it still was good. I mean, I think towards the third movie, I was just more tired of Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah.
Then you know what I'm saying? It was more like, God, why is he still in these movies?
Yeah,
you know,
tired of him whining.
Yes, just
3 movies already.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I'm a hero. Yeah. People treat me like I saved the world. It's just like, oh God, shut the frack up. But I think it really was it for me. By the time we got to the third Transformers movie, it was like, as awesome as all the action in the Transformers was, I was just sick of Shia LaBeouf. So I mean, but again, it's Michael Bay. This was Michael Bay, and you know, and it's almost like a reboot sequel. You know, it's like it's a sequel. It's in the same continuity as the rest of the movies. It's just no Shia LaBeouf, which, you know, automatically thumbs up for that. So you got points with me right now, because really, it's like you just earned massive points with me because no Shia LaBeouf. Mark Wahlberg, you gained a few more points. I am a big Mark Wahlberg. I'm talking, I go back. I'm old, okay, people. The Retro Road is retro because I'm old, and I'm talking Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. That's how far back I go with him. Like, you know, when his brother Donnie was in New Kids on the Block. You dig what I'm saying? Like, so I've always been a big Mark Wahlberg fan, and just his acting, man, over the years. His acting has just become better and better. So that was an ultra plus. And let me talk about a negative. One of the biggest reasons I'm just like shit on this movie, Optimus Prime. He's not a Peterbilt.
Okay.
They're changing his look from a Peterbilt. Not cool to me, but okay. I you know, a lot of people's like, oh, but you know, it's gonna be more like the cartoons, like, yeah, the anime cartoons. But what do you think? I'm just rambling, so what do you think?
Yeah, I don't like with Bumblebee too. It's the same thing. He doesn't have the original Beetle.
Right.
You know, they're going back to the Camaro, which I love. They got the nice 67, 68 Camaro.
The muscle.
Yeah.
I do like that.
I cannot wait to see that.
I do like that, and you know, a lot of people was not happy about, you know, oh, Bumblebee isn't gonna, you know, they're never gonna have him look like a bug. I was like, that's because it's the times.
What I have seen, he does have a new face for Bumblebee in this movie.
Right.
It does look more like a bee or a beetle or a more of a bug look to him.
Right, because I mean, and I was never upset that he wasn't a Beetle in any other movies. That never bothered me, because the reason he was a Beetle back in the day was because that was what cool young kids wanted to drive.
Okay.
You know, so that's why they made him a Beetle in the cartoons back in the day.
Yeah.
It was a hit car for young people.
Yeah, and you never saw the Beetle look until his mask came down.
Yeah, and I love that. I loved how in the new movies they reincorporated that. It's like we call him Bumblebee not because he took the shape of a beetle, but because in his robot mode,
He looked like a
he
beetle.
resembles a bumblebee. Like his doors look like winged fans, and you know he's got and he does the look of the like what you would think a bumblebee's face would. And he even had the little antenna looking.
Yeah,
you know.
One thing I'm really looking for, I really hope that we can hear Bumblebee talk. For 3 movies, he's been having to talk to the radio, and I'm really hoping they fix what they say it was, his voice.
Whatever his voice box
was,
and I want them to give him a really good voice, because if you remember at the end of the first one, they had temporarily fixed his voice box,
and he had talked,
and his voice was like this English dude.
Yeah,
He's like, I'd like to stay with the voice. I was like, no, I was just no, because Bumblebee's not. He sound old, and it was just like,
well, remember in the first Transformers. They introduce themselves, and Bumblebee, he's got that attitude. The song comes on, he's like, I'm second to none, and he's sitting there.
Yeah, he's got that youthful about him, and then they give him this old English dude's voice.
Yeah,
and I was like, why would you do that? I just irked me. And then in the next 2 movies, his voice box is just fucked. He just ain't got one.
Yep, just talk through the radio,
and I think that's why in the next 2 movies it don't. I think that people did not care for the voice that they gave him at the end.
Yeah.
It got like bad reviews, bad turnovers. They're like, well, okay, we'll just make him not talk.
Yeah.
Because people literally, man, a lot of people preferred the damn him talking through the radio over that damn English voice that they gave him at the end.
Yeah.
And I thought that was cool. I thought that was an interesting way, like he was finding ways to communicate.
Yeah, even though he couldn't
talk, he could search the radio waves and find at various points in various shows
that he could use the voices from.
To get what he needs to say out. So I always thought that was cool, and a lot of times it was more metaphoric.
Yeah,
a lot of times he wasn't speaking literally. It was like he would say shit metaphorically, and you would get the gist of what he meant.
Yeah.
So I really did like that. I haven't heard anything whether or not they're going to give him a voice in this one. He has a completely new look, so who's to say that he won't talk?
Yeah, he could be all new, revamped, and
so
ready to go. You got So you got Optimus Prime, you got Bumblebee. Also with new cars, you got the Bugatti coming out. That looks awesome. You got the Corvette Stingray. You got a Lambo in there now. So I mean, just car wise.
I mean, just visually.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the one thing, as much as I will say, man, honest to God, Michael Bay can irritate the shit out of me with what he does in his films and stuff, but the man has actions numbered. It's like every time he's about to make a movie, he just, hello, action. Yeah, I'm gonna need you.
Definitely does.
He has that dialed in, man. Like, and timing, just the way he puts it together, man. Which is why we want to segue here. Why I've got high hopes for the new TMNT.
Yep.
He's not directing it; he's producing it. But I mean, he's producing it. He's got his hands in it. So I mean, I'm sure that he called up Action and he was like, "Hello, Action. I'm making the Turtles movie. Yeah, I am. I'm gonna need you to show up." And I mean, and no, he's not directing it. But they make a point of letting you know in the trailer that he is producing Michael Bay. If you look at the trailer though, I know it's produced by him, but damn, you wouldn't know it because it looks like something he would direct. Like it just visually looks like a Transformer movie.
Yeah.
I know that's weird to say because it's a Turtle movie, but it looks. If you go, and I want you to look at the Transformers trailer and look at the TMNT trailer.
They have a lot of similarities.
Like, oh my God, just the way it's put together.
Yeah.
I can almost believe the same team did those trailers.
Yeah.
Like just action, just pop, pop, pop. Again, though, and just like with the Transformers trailer, if you watch the TMNT trailer, it's awesome.
Yeah.
The action is awesome, but it doesn't tell you nothing. Like, it doesn't really give you any real information. And and I know a lot of people are content with, oh man, that trailer was badass. Oh, it looks so good. But I need some content, man. I need to know what this movie's gonna be about.
Yeah.
I don't need all the weird ass surprises. I just don't. It's like Captain America: Winter Soldier. That trailer, you knew it. You knew it was going down. Something major was going down with Shield that involved the Winter Soldier. Hell, it's in the name Winter Soldier. You knew going into it by the last trailers they had. You knew that Shield
was corrupt, and you knew it was going down, and
you knew that. So I mean, you had an idea of what you was going to see when you went to go check out.
Yeah, for Ninja Turtles, all you really have is just Shredder saying that they're trying to create heroes,
and it's like, and then at the same time, and like, oh, don't mess this up, please don't mess this up.
But what I'm glad they did put in, like off subject with the Godzilla movie, you don't get a full picture of Godzilla. But with the Ninja Turtles, you have Leonardo right there.
Right there. Oh man, that scene when he just boom, and he stands there like it was just like, damn.
Yeah.
Raphael when he did the flip.
Yeah, into the Jeep.
And the Jeep, that was and then Mikey.
Yep.
And I love Mikey's voice.
Yeah.
I was like, the character of his voice was Mikey.
Yeah.
He's like, look, chips, just a mask. See, I was like, that's Mikey. I was like, does he look a little weird? All of the turtles look weird because it's a different
They're
look.
a mutated turtle.
Yeah, it's a different look. It's someone, I was like, but I was able to look past that the moment he spoke.
Yeah.
I was like, it's Mikey. It was like, it was him. I heard it in his voice. I was like, that's awesome. I was like, now the rest of them need to sound like that.
But see, they bring back that same Ninja Turtle comedy to it. Because when Donnie throws Raph into that Jeep, you can hear him. He's like, hey, Donnie, you ready? Batters up. And he
like that hard quip.
Yeah.
And you heard that rasp and around that Brooklyn-ass accent.
Yeah.
And it's just, and like, hey, Donnie,
batters up.
It's like, it was great. So I'm like, and the voice cast itself is just like, wow.
It's out there. It is.
Like, I would have never guessed Johnny Knoxville.
For Leonardo?
No, never. I just would have never thought Jackass would be the leader of the Turtles.
Yeah, well, even Tony Shalhoub from Monk, everyone knows. You got him for Splinter.
For us though on this vlog.
Do you want to do that number 2?
I will do that. We'll do that on the podcast.
Awesome.
Which is going to be up at the same time this is up. I'll put a link to the podcast below this. Tell us what you thought of the video, and tell us what you thought of the podcast. Give us some comments. Give us some suggestions on things you'd like to hear us talk about and make fun of, because I'm going to make fun of some stuff. I do. Because I don't like everything I watch. But this is Luke and the Retrorogue, and we're out. Retrorogue420. And remember, everybody, it's the age of the geek. We rule the world. Nice shade. Eugene. Yeah. I wanna groove.